Hi guys, I'm back with my level 1 brunette Dolly here. I want to lift her into a blonde. I've sectioned her in 5 and I'm doing a new highlighting technique that's called the platinum card, which is the slicing method, which means that there is no hair in between. So my goal is to make these top 5 sections of her hair nice and seamlessly blonde without a root line. It's unlike the weave highlight method where it's a mixture of light and dark pieces. Oh, okay, so first thing is first. I'm going to do take diagonal back sections. But before I do that, I'm going to mix my bleach. So I got this really nice bleach on sale. It's a blue base, and it says it's supposed to lift up to 9 levels, and which is exciting. So I always start with mixing a precise amount of bleach. So I have a, let's see. Okay. So I'm measuring it, and I remove it's kind of like baking, you know? So this is the amount of bleach that I'm supposed to put into the bowl. And then because her hair is so dark, I am going to take the plunge, and I've used 40 volume before actually. And so I got this 40 volume. And so I got this motto: life begins for some people at 40, and for some people, blonde begins at the 40 volume. So I'm going to do a 2-to-1 ratio peroxide to bleach. That's 2 ounces. And I'm going to mix, and then I'm going to just mix it, making sure that it's really nice. You know, and you see how I'm stirring it, removing the lumps. And I'm just mixing it to a really nice consistency. Let's see. Just a little bit, just to make it a little, yeah. Now it's, and I'm stirring it, removing all the granules, making it nice and smooth. And it's a blue base because we need to cancel out the orange. And you could see it's nice and creamy and smooth. There's no lumps or bumps. And like in my last video, you dip it and you remove the excess like this, and you barely apply anything in the section of hair. So I'm doing very thin sections, and I'm going to be doing diagonal back sections. And so I'm starting with the side right here, and I'm taking a thin strand of hair like this, lifting the sectioned hair out of the way, and I take my foil like so, bend it at the top. I'm still holding the comb in place. I don't want slippage, and I just want to get it really close to the root. And so I'm applying it, and I'm just feathering on the product for a full saturation. And I dip it, and I remove the excess like so, and I'm continuing to making sure that each strand is nicely saturated. Feathering it on, and I'm digging because I don't want the patchiness, I don't want the unevenness, and I want a really nice and even lift. And I love doing the platinum card, honestly. The platinum card is one of my favorite highlighting techniques because I love bold blonde pieces. As much as I see that there is elegance in doing the thinner weaving method, you know, sometimes I'm just craving a platinum card. I take another foil like this to sandwich it, so it does, and to avoid those pesky bleed marks, and I let it go, and it's really close to the root. And now I'm on to my next section here. And again, we're doing a slice, which means that there is no hair in between. And so just like with my previous, I take a foil like this. And I'm going to keep the comb because I don't want slippage, and I want to get it, and I want to get the highlights as close to the root as possible. And do you see how the foil is not slipping? Okay. We grab just very little amount of bleach like this, and we apply it 1/2 inch away from the scalp, making sure it's nicely saturated. And yeah, if you want efficiency, diagonal back is the way to do it, for sure. Okay. To avoid the patchiness, I take another foil, I sandwich it like this, and I let it go, and it's sticking. Another skinny section of hair like this. Yeah. And I'm digging to avoid those pesky patchiness. And you feather on your product. It's so important that you feather it on. Okay. Taking another thin section. I grab my foil. And what I love about stacking the foils like this is that you don't get slippage and you don't get those bleed marks. And especially if you're doing slices, you want like a uniform blonde result. So I'm feathering it on. And I'm digging it. Yeah. Let me just check it, and yeah. And you see how, and you see like with the platinum card technique, do you see how it looks like a deck of, like all these foils look like a deck of cards? You want that. I'm taking another skinny section. And let's see if I can get this hair done in the next 5 minutes. Oh yeah. Oops. I'm in the habit of letting the comb go. I want the comb actually staying flush against the head because I really wanted to get close to the root line. Take my lightener, 1/2 inch away from the scalp, and you you just feather it on like so. And you do an S shape because her hair is longer. And you just feather it on the product and you just keep digging for full saturation. It is so important to do like a full saturation for the highlight. See this section. Okay. And we're just feathering it on. Close to the finish line. We let the comb go. Doing one more. This is going to be my little slice right here. And this hair right here is going to be my section. And you see, because she's very close to the root line right here, do you see how without the comb there is no slippage? You want that. Really feathering, really like digging it. And we layer another foil. Okay, so this is in under 15 minutes. This is what we came up with. And so this is part 1 of the platinum card. And now it's time to move up to this section, also diagonal partings. Stay tuned, I'll be right back.